Hello and welcome to the Underground. This is Professor T, the conservative professor, and we're going to be talking about uh, the decline of Western civilization and the moral decay of America on a Christmas holiday. You look at Middle America, small town America right now. Take a look at Caldwell, Idaho, small town east of west of Boise. Christmas morning, a young man gets in a fight and shoots somebody on Christmas morning. Not a good thing. Not a happy story. Apparently, they knew each other. Not gang related. Happened early in the morning. So this person got up. I mean, why do people get up normally on Christmas morning? Why do you get up early? I thought it was to look in your stocking or something like that. But no, there was a fight and some shooting on Christmas morning. Now, maybe the guy wasn't a Christian. I don't know. There's nothing. It's just business as usual. Maybe he doesn't celebrate the holiday, or maybe he does. But he's a young guy gotten totally lost. It does happen. It's perhaps it happens more now than ever. Apparently, that's kind of thing is becoming more common with people forgetting what Christmas is all about, forgetting who Jesus Christ is all about. So you shoot your buddy, you fight, you lose. Maybe he's losing the fight, so he pulls out his gun and bam, Merry Christmas. So that's the state of small town America, according to one story. So maybe they need better role models. Where do you even look for these days for better role models? Do you look to Hollywood? I don't think so. You're going to be looking a long time. So where do you look? Maybe Buffalo, New York? Let's see what's going on in Buffalo. Buffalo police launch anti-looting unit amid deadly winter storm. You're destroying our community, they say. So, okay, there's a big storm, a Christmas storm in Buffalo, New York. It's like Snowmageddon, and everything's shut down. And so the looters come out like They come out and they start just ransacking and destroying stores. They destroyed a Walmart. The cops came by. I saw the video. The guys are like carrying full armloads of goods. They couldn't even carry anything more. And the cops are driving slowly by, going, "Hey, put that stuff down!" And the guy doesn't even give them a second look. Or maybe it was a woman actually, a big woman. Hey, put that stuff down. Doesn't even give the cop the decency of acknowledging him. They just kept walking on, and the cops kind of kept driving on. And there was 5 or 6 others right behind him, and nobody seemed to care less that the police were right there. And the police didn't seem to do much, from what I could tell. So that's how much respect young people in Buffalo have for authority, apparently. It's not a good sign for their future or for the future of Buffalo, certainly not for that Walmart or the neighborhood. And if that's a snapshot of America, then it's not a good snapshot of the years to come in America. If our Western civilization is in decline and if America's moral fabric is coming apart, that's not a good place, perhaps, for a young man in Caldwell to look for a role model either. So we'll have to look elsewhere. Jesse Romero is a great role model. Jesse Romero, former kickboxer, former champion fighter who realized that he was not going down the right road, and he became maybe sort of evangelist of the Catholic Church. He wrote an article called "Christmas and the Holidays." Here's a snapshot of what he wrote. Holiday comes from the phrase "holy day," which is a Catholic phrase. I love holidays because they enrich and bring life and joy to a nation. We could use some of that. Joy to a nation. For a time, we were able to forget that we're in a war, that elections were stolen, and that we have the highest inflation in 4 years. Not to mention a rise in crime, porn, drugs, alcohol, and suicide. Things are going wonderful. That's terrific. So that's what our leaders have inspired, I guess, in the greater culture. I mean, things haven't been good for a long time, but it does seem like things the last year or two have been going kind of out of control, spiraling down into the sewer. So anyway, that's not the way. That's not really a wonderful holy day. Maybe instead of doing all of that on a holy day, we could fast and pray, help our neighbor, something like that. Other things going on. These a number of the top tech moguls, the household names. You all know them, but they lost $433 billion a year as stocks slid. You know, people like Bezos and Musk and Zuckerberg and a few others. So these people lost $433 billion. Now you may not care. Really, who cares? And they may not care because they probably got $433 billion left. But the point is that when you lose that much money, people start getting laid off. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, and a lot of tech people are getting laid off. So Amazon alone is cutting tens of thousands of jobs. And when you lose all these people, all these consumers lose their income, there's that ripple effect through the economy affects thousands and thousands of more people. So this stuff is going to have a ripple effect that touches all of us. We're all going to feel it when they don't buy from our businesses, and those kind of ripple effects are taking place throughout America and the world. And now, in the beginning of 2023, Tesla is set to announce its first plant in Mexico. Okay, so we're headed into a recession. Things are going downhill. People are being laid off by the tens, hundreds of thousands. Our leaders are printing money as if it's monopoly money, creating inflation, the worst we've seen in 40 years. But good news, Tesla's going to build a new plant. Oh, sorry, it's in Mexico. It's going to be built in Mexico. Isn't that what Trump had stopped? Didn't he put an end to the NAFTA disaster? And now all of a sudden our companies are heading for Mexico again. That's a lot of those Tesla jobs. That could have been jobs that could have been a great blessing to Texans, for example, if they built that in Texas. But no, they're going south of the border. Maybe it's because Teslas aren't selling as well. I don't know. But when you hear about 10-hour waits at charging stations on the way to San Diego and Vegas, 10 hours in the 100-degree heat down there, 107 degrees, and I need to charge. I need to charge my Tesla. Good, it's only a 7-mile line to get in the station. That's wonderful news. Of course, if you watch all these people going to the gas station, they just pull up, they're in and out in 5 minutes or 3 minutes. So maybe that's the problem with these Teslas. Home prices slip for the fourth month. Yeah, home prices are going down for the fourth month in a row. Likely they're going to keep going down. I would assume they're going to keep going down for another 6-12 months. And at that point, they're going to flounder. They're just going to flounder and creep up it's going to be a long recovery, most likely. I don't know. Nobody knows what's going to be the long-term prognosis, but certainly we can be assured that if you're listening to the news and you think that this is just a blip and it's going to be over next week, that's not the way it works. I was in the real estate business for years and as a listing agent, and price reductions are business as usual. It's going to be that way. It's going to be that way for a while. And not only that, you got to make your home saleable. You got to make it look good, make people want to own it, and then price it so that it's competitive, if not the best, if not the most competitive. So you got to talk to your realtor. But yeah, that's the way things are headed in the economy. Our leaders are running our economy. Rising the interest rates causing a lot of problems. Holiday-related debt soars 24%. Okay, so people are losing their jobs. They're having inflation is eating up all their money, and so everybody's buying more, spending more money than ever for the holidays. Not really a good plan. because that's going to cause grief for a lot of time. Better to live lean and simple. Live a simple life. Get rid of all your debts. Cancel your cable TV. Get rid of that. Get rid of your phone if you don't have to have it. And live a simple life. Don't go spending money. And it says not only that. These people are going to take 5 to 6 months. 40% of them say they're going to take 5 to 6 months to pay that back. Okay, what about the other 60%? It's just going to sit on the card forever. Maybe some of those will pay it back at the end of the month if they can afford it. Maybe that's half of them. I don't know. Maybe half of them they aren't going to pay it back, or they'll pay it back over 10 years. So, and then maybe they'll add on next Christmas. I don't know. So that's it. Just makes life more complicated and weighs us down. So we got to live simple. Live simple. Now, other things going on. We're still looking for role models. PharmaBro apparently is a role model. PharmaBro, Martin Shkreli, is putting himself out as a role model. Shkreli is well known. Years ago, he was sentenced to 7 years in prison for securities fraud. He was the one who got the rights to some drug that was crucial for hurting, suffering people, and he raised the price 1,500% so that these people basically, it was either paid, it was like a ransom, to buy your drugs, like pay this ridiculous price or die or suffer, or don't have the drug, whatever the situation was. So anyway, he did 6 or 7 years in jail. Now he's giving some advice to Sam Bankman-Fried on with his crypto debacle, saying Bankman-Fried should prepare for prison by listening to rap music and shaving his head. Now, and then he also gave some more advice, saying that Bankman-Fried should reinvent his background and history, because a white kid from a good neighborhood, that doesn't sound great in prison. So make up a fake background. Now, isn't this the kind of behavior that got Bankman-Fried in trouble to begin with, going around lying to people and behaving badly? So maybe I have some other advice for Bankman-Fried. Why don't you listen to some beautiful classical music, maybe some gospel music would be a good idea. And about shaving your head, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think you'd look good with that. But I'll leave that up to you. Maybe that is the thing to do, going into prison. But in any case, the problem that PharmaBro had, Shkreli said, basically the problem with this Bankman-Fried is that he's an effeminate wimp, and that doesn't go over well in prison. So my advice to Bankman-Fried is you're going to probably want to learn to fight. That might help, but even more important than that, learn to show people respect. When you take advantage of people and lie to them and defraud them of all their money, that's not respectful. And that's not that kind of disrespect is not going to go over well in prison. I think that you'll need to learn respect, learn how to show other people's respect, and perhaps things will go a little better. So I guess PharmaBro isn't the place for a role model after all. There are role models out there. There are some good ones. It's Christmas. I think the best role model out there is Jesus Christ. And you can't go wrong with that. So, Sam, get yourself a Bible, take it to prison, and read that thing day and night, and you'll be a new man, my friend. There you go. That's the Underground with Professor T. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hit that like button if you appreciate this kind of content and want to see more. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.